Good morning. Thank you for being with me this Wednesday morning. I appreciate it. Last week we talked about thoughts and where the hell they come from. We also talked about the conditioning and learning from our parents, teachers, churches, peers, and then growing up getting our own jobs and such. We learned certain behaviors. We also learned that when people like us, we're really happy, and when they don't like us, we're really unhappy. Hence the polarities I also talked about last week. So in adulthood, oftentimes what happens is that we're still behaving in those ways. That when we're happy, when something makes us happy, we want more of that. When something makes us sad, we want to distract and want less of that. So we're going to talk about that today, the feelings, the happies and sads. The idea is to meet in the middle and know that neither one lasts forever, and that's a good thing. Because we need that gratitude. We can't have gratitude if we're entitled on one end. So we have to meet in the middle and have gratitude where we develop some humility and a better understanding of our fellow people. In our codependence, we don't have that, though, because we're thinking that things are about us without knowing that they're about us, because we tend to give everything away so that we can get something in return, but we don't even know that we're trying to get that love and acceptance and peace and serenity from outside of ourselves. What we do know is that we did like the feeling of when people liked us on the outside, and so we tended to behave a way that would make people like us. So the deal is to meet in the middle where there's some honor as well. We honor ourselves and we honor others, and that really makes people like us or not. But if we're honoring ourselves and honoring others, we feel good about ourselves, and that's the important thing. So how do we do that? In our codependence, what often happens, and in our feelings, they come from unhealed wounds. And those unhealed wounds present themselves as triggers. And those triggers oftentimes cause our behaviors, which we go back and forth with. We feel really good that we, did this, and then we feel really bad that we did this, or whatever it was, that behavior that we presented while acting like we were having esteem, because we didn't have esteem. So to get a real esteem instead of having a false esteem, because oftentimes our fears cause a false esteem. So to learn to communicate, to learn to use our big boy and girl words. So how we do that is we ask who, what, when, and where, rather than just making shit up. When somebody says something that triggers us or does something that triggers us, we instead choose to think further into it, to look at ourselves and where am I getting this idea? Did they really say that? Did they do that? And that's the reality. The old tapes and that old pain is the stuff that we make up and we keep reliving over and over and say, oh, this always happens, or I knew this was going to happen. So what we want to do is to value ourselves and value others by getting to know them and what they are saying. And we do that through our own thoughts, and don't project stuff onto other people. So in organizing your thoughts, which we talked about last week, and we're decorating our perspectives, we're getting a true and real perspective on what really is going on instead of going from the old stuff. We're wanting to be present. So with that being said, I want us to try to go along this week and think about how to be present. How am I going to do that? I'm going to close after this quote from Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy says, just as your car runs more smoothly and requires less energy to go faster and further when the wheels are in perfect alignment, you perform better when your thoughts, feelings, emotion, goals, and values are in balance. So I hope this week, should you find yourself out of balance, you will try to come to center. And sometimes just physically putting your hands to center may help. I used to tell my girls if they were obsessing about something and something was just running in their minds that they really didn't know, I would say, go to the bathroom, breathe, pray, say, I don't know. And that opens you up to the magic and mystery and miracles of this world. And we're going to talk more about that as we get further and further into this. So if you like my video, I hope that you would like it down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. If you feel like this video will help somebody, please share it, because that's what I want to do. In essence, this is my mission. I've set out to help people, to give you a different perspective, to help you with your thoughts, because our thoughts can be overwhelming and our perspectives can be projected. So we'll gather all that stuff and meet in a place to where we can have those soul laps that I talked about, because I want you to have love, acceptance, peace, and serenity. Okay? Thank you so much again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your week and a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much. Bye.